Vito Antonelli, a man who came to work for John Force, what was it, 1995, starting at the bottom end, and now all of a sudden you're tuning his race cars with his daughter in it, and you got to win. Can you put it into words?
I mean, it's not me. It's a great team effort. We got the best group of guys working all the 4 cars, but our guys are especially gifted. And Ron Douglas here came over last year, was starting this deal with me. And, I mean, he's invaluable, you know, and we all worked so great with Austin and Bernie and John Medlin. You know, the only regret is that Eric's not here.
Still very emotional moments. The pressure that's got to be off of you now, too.
Pardon?
The pressure has to be way less on you now.
Well, I mean, there's still always a pressure of keeping her safe as we want to keep all our drivers and everything, but, you know, it's going to make maybe a few more hours of sleep a week, maybe. I'm sure Ron goes through the same deal. But, yeah, we'll go to St. Louis next week and see if we can keep this ball rolling and, you know, get Zippy's car some wins and get him a trophy here at the end, maybe at St. Louis, or if it's not us. So, you know, we're just going to keep beating the drum and see where we stand at the end of the year.
From on high, you know Eric Medlin's smiling down on this guy.
I just want to say happy birthday, Mom. Sorry I missed it yesterday.
And with John Force now at the top end. And John, your emotions, you were on the threshold of another milestone. There have been so many in your career, but as a father, what are your feelings now as you see your daughter in that opposite lane get her first victory?
I would have liked to have had that record 500 and then back it up with the other right behind it. But it's also important in her career because wins, it took me a lot of years to win. And it's good for her that she gets that win and she gets it out of the way. And a little disappointed my car didn't run a little bit better, but we knew we struggled in the bump all weekend long, and whatever. I'm excited. I know I should be emotional and upset for him. I'm still trying to figure out, you know, everything. But yes, good for her as a father. I'm very proud of her. She did her job. She didn't do anything stupid on the start line. You know, go deep. You know, try to hold shot me. She didn't try to do anything. She just did what she always does, and that was most important. But really, my focus was in my lane, and I'm just proud of her for a woman to accomplish that. Shirley Muldowney, you know, led the way, but not just for Ashley to win in funny car, but so many other women that are trying to be in this sport. Melanie Troxel fighting every day, and Hillary Wills and Angel, everybody, for women to have a place in this sport. And I think there's just another place in history that can say women are showing their stuff. I think Beat This Old Man are pretty good, even if it is my kid. Proud of her, love her, and I'm okay.
Thanks, John.
I'm happy for her. Thank you. Very happy.
You know what? There's a very class act, though. Well, the whole team's a class act. But you saw John Force stay away from Ashley so that she could celebrate, be interviewed, and enjoy her moment in the sun all by herself.
And that's just John Force for you. He knows how to do the PR side of everything. Trust me.
Now there's the father, the hug, and boy, they gave us a great day. And, you know, there are traditions. There's one of them. Little Powerade all over the gal. Give her a little more power. So let's take a look at this. John Force racing history. How many races it took to get to the first win?
Yeah, John took 75 wins, but he struggled early in his career. Didn't have the resources that the rest of his teammates had. Ashley Force took 27, Gary Densham 17, Eric 16, Tony did it in 5, Robert did it in 4, Mike Neff still looking for his first round win.
And you remember when Tim Wilkerson scored his #1 qualifying position, he took the points lead, but then Ashley Force just steadily grabbed it back. And then now, look at her, 59 points ahead of Tim Wilkerson. What do you think?
Well, I think coming up in St. Louis, we're going to look for John Force to go for that 1,000th win. I mean, he looked awfully good this weekend, at least up until the final round. And he definitely has a shot of achieving that at our next race next week in St. Louis. You're not going to want to miss it.
Hats off, too, to the NHRA for doing just a terrific job in getting this track prepared and fighting off the rain showers all day. And what a day it turned out to be. Pro Stock 600th race. John Force going for the 1,000 as he goes into his 500th. Uh-oh.